Ed made a cup of coffee, took my medication. I'm ready to greet the world. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. It's 9:32 in the morning because I went out to the club last night and I got very what did I get? I got very emotional. Yeah, I got emotional. Okay, so I think I called this. I can't remember what I called this. What did I call this? Something to do with tunnelmental. Chicka chicka boom. Tunnelmental is an option. It's not really. Well, see, the thing is, it's like, what are we? Who am I? What am I doing? What's my name? Who am I? What am I doing? What's my name? Ah, wake up, you sleepyhead. Drink some more coffee, he said. We're running out of time, aren't we? Old faithful. We're running out of time. And the world is still happier to fight each other and challenge each other to duels and dominate one over the other and be childlike and squabble over what's theirs and what's not theirs. It's all ours, you know. Tunnel mental. Okay, fuck. Weird. This is not a place where any man can live. This is not. In this mind, right? This mindset, set. Ooh, you know, like concrete. In this mindset, you can't see your options, and your options in a tunnel mental existence, you know, put the blinders on. It doesn't work. It just does not work. We can't be mental giants and emotional dwarfs. We can't be mental giants and emotional dwarfs. It's not possible. It's the road to insanity. Physically, we're going to break down. We know that, right? So that part of it is like, oh, you try and make it look tarty and, you know, appealing, and you wiggle about a bit and you do a little dance and all those wonderful things, and you eat well if you can, and, you know, all that stuff. But something lacking, right? I feel good today. Oh, physically, yeah. Woke up and I was like hard as nails. Yeah, that too. But the point being is the mental giant, as soon as you're awake, wants to dominate the emotional, the physical even, and definitely the spiritual. So you're getting in your own way. If you're tunnel mental, you are getting in your own way. You're not letting it in. You're not letting it in. These choices So many choices. Yay. You see, choice is freedom. And now we're being presented with every single possibility of choice. So choose wisely, choose foolishly, but you have to choose. You can't just sit on your hands. You can't. That's not living. That's not participating in the bigger picture. And sure, as soon as you go out there, somebody's going to stomp on you and go, oh, no, you can't do that. Not here. No, this is my place. I'm not letting you do that in my place. My place has rules, you know. I can't. You know, you're not coming in here. These are my rules. Fuck that. There's so many choices. Come on. Please. Open. There is no point in going around the world being butthurt about other people and the way in which other people do things. Open yourself up like a little flower. Boom. Understand your mentality, your mental self cannot possibly dominate your emotional self. I mean, if you want to live without emotions, then you're living without feelings. Feelings. No singing. Feelings. I cried in bed this morning because I was on my own again. But I do that often. It's not a bad thing. I'm in touch with my emotions. So many fucking lonely people out there because they just can't get past the idea that other people are going to be other people. You got to understand. We interact. I don't think that we can interact without ruffling a few feathers. You know, it's going to happen. But we don't go to war if we don't get it our way. That would be the stupidest thing to do. It's my way or the highway. Fuck it. What? You're not in charge of me. You don't own anything. You don't own yourself. If you think you're in charge of anything, anywhere, because I'll tell you this very clearly. Nobody is in control. Absolutely nobody. Well, that felt good. Cheers then. More coffee. It's just instant stuff. I like it though. I prefer it over this the store-bought, you know, all the fancy coffees. I actually like instant coffee better. Instant freeze-dried coffee with lactose-free full milk and boiling water. No sugar, because boy, oh boy, I'm sweet enough as it is. So it's Wednesday and an English friend flies in today. Hopefully I'll get to see him. He's going to be very busy. He's playing a couple shows. That's a good thing. And I'll be playing on one of the shows, but it's just like a more of a sort of fun little show. So, but he's playing a big show, so he's going to be a little. You know, it'll be. I mean, I don't know if anybody out there knows But every time you step on stage, it kind of, it's like dunking yourself in cold water. You know, you jump in the ocean or into the, you jump into water and it's cold. You go, you know, it's like, yeah, it's one of those. So, and I don't think he's done it for a long time. So I wish my friend Davey all the best. But it'll be fine. It'll be wonderful. And I'd like to see him. It would be great. And yeah, a whole bunch of friends congregating. The back end of November is kind of filling up for me. You know, there's lots. I'm sorry. I'm looking over there because my calendar's over there. My messy house at the moment. My calendar has lots of filled up spaces, lots of stuff going on, and I like it that way. I've been working on music, and I'm thinking about like just how I interact with others and how that affects the bigger picture. You know, it's like the bigger picture. It's the smaller picture. It's okay. We can always, you know, look after each other, love each other, you know. But the bigger picture, we're letting it all go, aren't we? It's crumbling a bit. You've got to really get back on the mains, get back onto the horse, Nigel, and yeah, ride another winner, I suppose. It's time. I love physically interacting with lots of people. It's really interesting because we all really do, and I'm speaking colloquially about the human race, right? Individually, when you can interact and then you interact and the group is getting slightly bigger and your influence is getting slightly bigger, you find the ones within that group that are like threatened by that, and you see their reaction and you think, give them time, because they have to grow. They have to grow into themselves to understand that interaction is a good thing. It's a peaceable thing. And even if they feel threatened by you or you feel threatened by them, you still have to keep going and be kind, because there's recognition within you of growth. I believe that society as a whole, big picture, is definitely opening up, and that's a good thing. But I also recognize that there are some fearful people in there who don't necessarily come over in a physical sense as fearful, but they do actually give signs, and those signs come out in weird ways, you know, the fear thing. And most of it's fear of being alone in pain. Alone in pain. That's what they don't want. They don't want to feel like they're alone and in pain. So you have to build a greater understanding of them. That's an opinion. That is an opinion that is mine and many people. But I'm grateful for all the choices that I still have. Oh, hello. What are you talking about? There's somebody in there. I'm curious. Elite FCO 110. What are you talking about? I'm talking about life choices, really. I mean, a life of choices, because I believe that we are optioning ourselves to a limited choice, and I think that that's wrong. I think we should open up to more choices, because choices define us, what we choose to do. Okay, so that's all. And I know you're curious. I like the fact that you're elite Elite FC, FCO 110. I'm curious. Yes, we should all be curious about life because there's an unlimited, unconditional option always in life. Even though we get pushed into the corner and marginalized or squeezed and stomped on and all that stuff, we can still just go, fuck that, shake it off and do what you want. It's not without consequence in a society, and our society seems to have gone batshit crazy right now. Elite FC 0110. It's pronounced Elite FC 0110. Or you do the day before the month. It's 1st of December. Oh, so like a foot, like FC is FC Football Club. Are you a soccer fan? Are you in America? Are you British? Are you... where are you from? What's going on? FC. So it is soccer. Okay, you're a soccer fan. That's good. I'm a Manchester small team. Oh, it's the soccer team you pay for. Elite. I don't like elitism. I think elitism separates us from anybody else. But then I suppose if you're a soccer team and you're competing against others, you want to consider yourself to be above all others. But that's just life in it. Life is a competition, I suppose. I don't treat life like a competition. I compete with myself. I don't really compete with others. I rise to challenges. Excuse me, I'm trying to drink coffee and wake up at the same. And where is your soccer team? Your Elite FC? Elite FC 11, I see. You could have done like X1. You know, that would have been Elite FC 11. Oh, I don't know what you were trying to do. Each of us individually and collected, each of us individually within the collected. It's in America. Well, I'm in Los Angeles, so California. So are you on the West Coast? I was watching a little bit of soccer yesterday. I saw Scotland qualify for the World Cup, so that was good. I'm a Manchester United soccer supporter, so it was interesting for me to watch that Scottish game because there were Scottish players, former Manchester United players and Manchester United players playing for Scotland. So it was like, oh, okay, probably we shouldn't have got rid of McTominay. Scott McTominay scored an amazing goal for a midfielder. They scored some bangers. Yes, that first goal. Oh my God. Scott McTominay is his confidence. See, I think what happens when you play for, and this is going to play into your name of your game, name of your team, but I think when you play for one of the most celebrated clubs, actually probably the most celebrated club in the world, like Manchester United, you're in awe. As a young man, you'd be in awe of the accomplishments of that club and its reputation, and you might feel a little small. Well, since he's left Manchester United and gone to play for another club in Europe, his confidence has grown. And I mean, you know, just to even attempt a bicycle kick in the first 5 minutes of a game when you're a midfielder who scores occasional goals. I mean, he's an attacking midfielder, but it's like, that was amazing. Anyway, yeah, they scored some bangers. So next year I mean, you're in America. I'm on the West Coast. You're on the West Coast too? Yeah, me too. Oh my God. Elite FC. You do you play for the Santa Monica League? Is it in the Santa Monica? I know they have lots of like weekend warriors. We used to call them. Um, yeah. Are you in Los Angeles? Are you in South Carolina? What's your favorite soccer team you want to win for World Cup 2026? Um, I'd like to see an underdog. Always love to see an underdog win. So I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see one of the smaller African nations win. I don't know, Nigeria. You know, I'd like to see a country that believes in the sport, or maybe one of the South American. I suppose I'm supporting the underdog because I find that it gets a little predictable. I mean, you know Netherlands, Spain, Italy, France. You know these are international powerhouses, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's great, but I want to see somebody come through. A few years ago, I think the small country of Iceland got through quite lots of stages, and I was like, it was exciting. So I suppose if I'm watching it, I just want to see really good games, really good games, and I just want to see the competition at least feel like they're on a level playing field, which would be nice. Anyway, I'd see France get redemption from last World Cup when they lost to Argentina. Yeah, good game. Again, you know, there's a lot of. See, the problem I have watching international soccer, or, you know, like international teams soccer, is nationalism. I think for many people, I think nationalism is the last refuge of a scoundrel. I'm not proud of being British at all. English, not proud of that at all. There's no sense of pride in the flag where I didn't choose where I was born. I was dropped off there. I'm not proud of the United States. I'm not proud of any country, any one country. I'm proud to be human. But so the danger of nationality for me is you get support in your team and you get wrapped up in the reverie that supporting your national team in a game, and it's fun, but it's too serious. It becomes more like a war, more like a proxy war, you know. So I this is why I don't like dominance, you know, the idea that you dominate, or a certain, like individually domination, or even, you know, worse, collectively domination, and then even worse, nationally domination. And that's where we're at. I mean, we're almost able to find a common enemy, and the common enemy is always going to be, you know, you've gone all this way out to, oh, we are the world, so where's our common enemy? And so we create this idea that there's enemies coming at us from space, right? So instead of creating a common enemy, what we should truly look at is our individual self within the bigger picture, and go, do I need to win? Do I need to actually dominate, or just play my best? So you have to play your best. And that's what I've been doing, is trying to back away from this collective greed that I see dominating, and just make it more kind and friendly. It's a quest. I can challenge myself. I'm going to play for Columbus Crew Pre-Academy. I'm moving to Columbus, Ohio. Wow. Yeah, I like that part of the world. A couple of years ago, I drove around in my RV that I live in. Hello, RV. A couple of years ago, I drove around to the United States. I went mostly small town to small town, but I did go to Columbus. I had an online friend that I'd never met, and I went to Columbus and drove around Columbus. I really liked it. It's really beautiful. I love parts of Ohio. I it, in a way, I suppose it's because it reminds me of the Cotswold Hills in England. I mean, I saw lots of mounds. I mean, it's not particularly mountainous or anything, but Columbus, Ohio, has lots of these ancient burial mounds, which I'm very curious about. I think maybe we got it right once, and we're still trying to get it right again. You know, I mean, are we going around in circles? Who knows? Anyway, wow, Columbus, Ohio. Excellent. I like Columbus. Well, good luck with that, and enjoy your soccer, because it's really good. It's a good game. The thing is, I loved it since a child, because I was raised on it, I suppose, and it was our national sport when I was a child, so I saw quite a lot of it. I kind of went off of it after, I suppose, the George Best, Bobby Charlton era of Manchester United, who I loved. Dennis Law, you know, I kind of went off soccer for a bit because of the amount of money involved in it, and it just became like, oh God, anathema. It was like, are you going to buy the best team in the world, you know, Manchester City? Are you just going to buy the best players in the world and put them in a box and go, there you go, you can't beat them? You know, that was always like, oh no, don't do that to soccer. So I went off it for a while, and then I came back on it when I realized that it was my predisposed conditioning of dominance. You know, the idea that if you buy the best, well, the thing I liked was when, I mean, in the British Premier League, I'll give you for instance, a lowly club surprising everybody. Right now it's Sunderland, but a few years ago, I loved the idea, even though I'm a Manchester United supporter, I loved watching Leicester, who were newly promoted into the Premier League the year before. I loved seeing them go all the way up the league and then win the Premier League. So again, it's support for the underdog, I suppose. But I don't want love to be the underdog in life. So that's why I live, love life. That's why I just go out and do stuff that I really love. And I'm going to continue to do that. I make music and art. My name's Nigel the Nomad. My music is put out as tunnelmental. Tunnelmental is a made-up word that I made up, but my definition is it's a warning. It's a bit like, you know, don't go too far down one path. There's mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual, and you got to balance those out. Don't be tunnel mental. Don't be too dominant with your brain. Your brain is not your only organ that creates the heart. You know, I mean, I don't want to get into all that. Lots of love. I got to go now, unless you've got any questions for me, Mr. Elite FC. All right. So enjoy being an ambassador for soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. Two great nations divided by a common language. I think it was Oscar Wilde said that about America and England. Our only common language is love, so I'm going to love and leave. Okay, peace. Yes, definitely. Love ya. Cheers.